Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. $200 to shut your pie hole. That's right, that's what you get. From the Puerto Rican brand Logan Paul, right? Not a lot of you have the option of going to Puerto Rico and getting those tax breaks, right? Getting that financial future secured. Guys, I want to talk about a couple of things here. First, let's address the situation, what this payoff that he wants to do really is for. It's to minimize the larger class action lawsuit that he's facing, right? That's being organized. The more people that take this refund and get the $200, the less he's going to get sued, because you have to sign a waiver, right? That you're not going to sue him, basically. And for those of people that invested $1,000, maybe $200 is okay. If you invested $15,000, I don't know that you would sign this, right? But you're waiving away all your rights to sue him in the future, right? And the more that he gets of these signed in, the less money that he's going to owe in the future. That's basically what this is for. This is what corporations do all the time. Now, you can't mix the water and oil here. Even though, I say Logan Paul, this and that and the other, we're really talking about a brand, right? When I say Logan Paul is Puerto Rican, for example, I'm not talking about the individual. I'm talking about this brand, this company that he owns, which is going to make billions of dollars, right? Once he sells his drink that he has out there, for example. And other things, in the grand scheme of things, guys, this money that he's going to put out is just a sprinkle. It really is just a sprinkle of what this man has the potential to make, right? If anything, this right now is just a PR black eye, and how he navigates this is going to, say everything. Now, let me tell you this, guys. He's going to come out on top of this, and it's for the specific reason that I told you before. Two of them. One of them is that nobody cares about these victims, right? These are probably the only crypto victims where most of the public is just going, screw them. Because they're young, they're clout chasers, they're part of this. One of the most dangerous words on YouTube is community. And it's a word that I really hate, guys. When you guys come to my channel and comment, I hope you're doing it as a free-thinking individual, right? And that you have your own opinions, and we may agree on 80% of the stuff. Maybe we disagree on 20% of the stuff. Maybe we agree on most points, but you like Pat, the NES punk, or you may even like Logan Paul or whatever. You may like somebody that I dislike. That's fine. You're a single individual that has a right to all your opinions, and they're just as good as mine, right? They really are. Now, first of all, let me say I'm sorry here because my voice is cracking, because I've been doing a lot of schoolwork the last day and a half here. I'm going through the final week of this class, and it's just kicking my butt. I have to write a lot of papers. I have to do some online interviews. It's pretty intense. I'm having a lot of fun, but balancing work and the baby and life. You have your priorities, right? YouTube is the third thing of the third thing that I focus on these days. But there are a few things that once in a while I like to get off my chest, and this is one of them. Community, when it comes to YouTube, by some people, not by everybody, right? There's people out there that enjoy conversation on channels such as these, or they'll go to a live stream of whoever your favorite YouTubers out there, to go join your friends in a discussion of whatever you care about, right? That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about these type of communities that are made up by men who had no other validation, right? Whenever you see a guy that needs a group, a gang, a posse, anything for validation, is because they don't have it in their own life. And I don't say that to offend anybody, right? This is a point of self-reflection. If you find yourself in this position, you need to reflect on yourself, because if you have time to engage in this kind of stuff, it means that you're stealing time away from yourself, right? Nobody ever respects a man out in real life that says, you know what, I want to do this, but let me take my friend with me, right? You don't you don't do it like Step Brothers and go to an interview as a team. A real man doesn't wait for anybody else to hold his hand to get anything done, right? There's things that you do in a group for sport and other activities, but when we're talking about communities here on YouTube, especially doing these kind of things, whether it's investing or just some guy out there saying, I'm building a community, and you guys are going to X, Y, or Z. No, this is not what this channel is ever going to be about, right? Usually those things come about because of a financial need, right? If they're building a community because you're giving them money, for example, on a Patreon, then you're exchanging for a service. Their attention is what they're selling you, right? If you super chat, if you join their membership or their Patreon, the fact that they acknowledge you and engage with you and all that stuff, that's the exchange of goods that you do, right? And that's why they need a community. That's a back and forth. Whether the product is worth it or not, that's up to you to decide. But it's very different to build a community in order to take investment, quote unquote, money from you, right? And you have to get to that point, right? You have to get in that group think, right? And always be cautious whenever you engage in these groups where they say, well, you're either with us or against us, right? Or you see any individual that has to be part of something, right? Any individual out there that needs a group to do anything is weak. And if that is you, spend more time on yourself, right? And I'm not saying this to insult anybody out there. You just need more work on yourself. If that's how unsure you are of yourself, you're not going to accomplish many things. Most things in life that are worth anything, you're going to have to do on your own. There is no group, right? There is no crew. There is nothing that is going to help you achieve your own personal goals. Nobody knows you better than you, right? This is how these type of groups, these type of communities, quote unquote, help these guys milk people out of money, right? It's not unique. Happens here, right? The Intellivision community, quote unquote, was milked out of money. The difference there is that you feel sorry for those people because they're old timers, right? They're people in retirement age, empty nesters, stuff like that. There's more sympathy for those people, but not for any of these young investors because they're the type of people that that are part of the predatory group, right? That run in these packs, and it's sometimes normal to see it, in young people like this. It's quite abnormal to see it in older folks. I mean, that's where I take back, and if you're over 30 years old and you need to be part of a crew or part of a community, quote unquote, in order to do anything, whether it's on YouTube or anywhere in life, man, you need to check your priorities, because you're going to end up like these guys who nobody gives a shit about because nobody respects them. I respect no man that needs another man to get anything accomplished. Right? You need to borrow not one guy, not two guys, you need four guys, courage in order to get your word out, right? Those individuals are weak. Those individuals will always fall prey to this kind of scam. And in this case, you have plenty of individuals that invested in this. You could have done it a different way. You could spend your time actually studying, right? Researching the cryptos that you're going to go in, not just go as part of Logan Paul's community and invest blindly in something. You could have researched stocks. You could have researched anything. Look, anybody can say anything about stocks on the internet, right? I can say something and I can have an educated opinion, and you can have some dumbfuck out there saying, oh, it's all a scam, right? One's an educated opinion, one is not. It's up to you to decide who's closer to the truth, right? Because two people can't be telling the truth that are completely opposite, right? Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle, but it's up to you as an individual to study that, right? But stay away from communities. Stay away from crews, groups, whatever the hell you want to call it. That is for weak men that can't have any validation in the real world. That's why they live on YouTube. That's why they spend their time on YouTube. That's why they're stuck in the same town forever and think that one investment in crypto or one, viral video or one YouTube channel is going to get them out of the rut that they're in. And it's not. To build yourself up, it's going to take 1 inch at a time. It's going to take hard work, and it's going to take you on your own to do it. I hope these guys learned a lesson, right? We all lose in investing. I've lost. If you're an investor, you're going to lose, and you learn some hard lessons. And I hope, right, since nobody has sympathy for any of these idiots, that this is a hard lesson that they learned for the future, because you can either take $200 and choose not to sue them. But regardless, I think in the long run, $200 is the most you're ever going to get out of this guy. All right, humans, I have a busy week coming up. I have, in about a week, I'm going to be traveling to Vietnam and Hong Kong. It's going to be a whirlwind here. I don't know, other than shorts, what I'm going to be able to get done here with family, with baby and everything else. And I got finals coming up, so it's going to be hectic. I apologize ahead of time for, whenever these videos come out. I know they're not friendly to the algorithm, at the time I post them, because it's already too late or too early. I'm on the other side of the world. But whatever you do, guys, if you come here, be an individual. You don't have to think like me. You don't have to have my opinions. Think for yourself, and don't fall for any of this crap in the future. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.